was Tuesday, the podcast. We've just finished going over the Kazuya and Jin trailers. We're going to go over very briefly the new clips that they threw out for the Street Fighter 6 characters that I analyzed last week. If you guys haven't seen that deep dive into that revealed trailer, check that out. It should be on YouTube right now. But they also on Twitter just sent out a few new clips that showed us a little bit more stuff. And even though those clips are short, they made sure they put stuff in there to be analyzed. So let's just go over there and check out these new trailers over here that they put out here. They put one out for Zangief, Lily, and for Cammy. And like I said, there's a lot to process in these very, very short clips. It's pretty crazy. I mean, fighting games are getting better and better. Duck Helmet, yeah, working online is a huge part of that. And two, I think that they're starting to understand the ecosystem a little bit better. Fighting games are trying to catch up to where a lot of the other video games have already gone. And fighting games have just been woefully behind for a long time. So. And that's the clip. And yet, there is so much to unpack off of this clip here based on what we've seen before. Now, first of all, again, I like the music in Street Fighter 6 so far. It's not quite the same. It's not melodic. It's definitely more background dancey electronic music. I don't know if we're ever going to get that kind of wonderful melodic style from Yoko Shimomura from, the Street Fighter 2 days, even through Alpha, with great themes like Dan's theme and Saddam's theme and Adon's theme, for example. I feel like a lot of it is, we've kind of moved away from that, but it's still a pretty sick theme. And a new stage. We saw this stage in the trailer before. It's music. Now, as a grappler player, I enjoy the sentiment of making grapplers top tier, but it's always a risk. It's always a risk. Even at me, as a grappler player, I would be very careful never to make the grappler very top tier. I don't want them to be bad, but I certainly don't want them to be the best in the game. It's a very risky thing to do. However, Zangief is looking really scary so far right now. And can I pause with this? This is obviously on Twitter, so I can't actually run this in slow motion. But there's a lot to process here. First of all, EX Lariat. EX Lariat. EX Lariat. Zangief has never had an EX Lariat before in his entire life. This is the first time he's had an EX Lariat. So the question is, how do you perform this, right? Is it going to be 2 buttons versus 3 buttons, or is it going to be 2 kicks that trigger the EX Lariat? I hope it's just 2 kicks, because that'll just make it very, very easy to do. And yes, Renato, the Twitter media player is absolute garbage. No, I mean, Lariat is 2 punches already, King 9999. It's just 2 punches. That's how you do the Lariat. So I'm assuming, they're not going to do all 6 buttons at once, because I think that's still taunt, right? But in any case, we've got an EX Lariat. What are the properties of EX Lariat? Is it going to have invul on wake up? Can he use it as an invul wake up? As opposed to having the ability to EX SPDU on wake up? Will it have low invincibility like a hyper fighting Lariat, and the big giant giveaway is the flash now, right? So if you actually put the flash in there, that might actually make it so it's very obvious that you can't swing low and you got to hit him in the head. But if the kick Lariat has that ability to go through sweeps and stuff again, I will be super happy. We also don't get a chance to see how fast it spins, unfortunately, because he literally cancels the first hit. Bam. So we don't know how fast it's spinning. So we're not sure if it's actually going to be a hyper fighting lariat like that. Maybe have more recovery time. Yeah, for sure, for sure. But the interesting thing was in the original trailer, we saw the vacuum effect hit twice, and then he picks up Honda, does the point thing, and slams him backwards. So they did say that Zangief will have the ability to choose which side the opponent ends up on. Maybe this is how you do it, is that the throw puts him behind you and actually letting the cyclone spin finish like his V-Trigger 1 keeps them in the front. Could be a different move, Necromancy Black, but I mean, if you look at it, I'm pretty sure this thing is a lariat, dude. I mean, look at it. It's just, it starts almost the exact same way. It starts almost the exact same way, unless they just gave him a new move. Yeah, it could possibly be, but there we go. And here we go, vacuums him in and now launches him with that V-skill flex, right? That looks like the V-skill flex. So they took the animation of V-Trigger 1 and the V-skill flex and put him into one move. Now, obviously, you could probably juggle him with a bunch of stuff, but apparently his level 1 super is going to be an anti-air throw. Now the real question comes down is how much invulnerability will this move have? Will it be able to beat jump attacks like a DP, or is it going to have to be like extremely early and predictive so that the opponent does not have a chance to throw out a button and they just get grabbed before they have a chance to kick? Because if it can be hit by jump attacks, that would be very sad. But having this as a way to call out jumps and having the Borscht Dynamite, I mean, he's got a lot of ways to punish people jumping right now. He's always had an anti-air throw since Alpha 2, I think, was the first time he had it. But, I mean, again, it's scary to have that, and it's scary that he can go from level 2 to level 1 here. But again, beautiful animation. Beautiful animation. I love this animation. Look at this. Again, just really nice weight to that. Really nice weight and heft to that. But yeah, a lot of information in just this short little clip. Now, Lily's clip is kind of interesting here because she's a brand new character. She's clearly based off of T-Hawk, has a lot of T-Hockey things. But in this one here, if you look at the Twitter, they talk about this. Lily is one with the wind, hence her ability to store multiple wind-clad stocks with Condor Wind, which powers up her other Condor special moves. This is obviously new. T-Hawk's never had anything like this, so we're just going to have to make a bunch of assumptions looking at this. So let's check this out here. So there we go. T-Hockey. T-Hockey. Breaks, spets the pass, break the pass. Hockey. T-Hawk-ish things. T-Hawk-ish things. Yeah, let's listen to the song again here. Yeah, cool song. And definitely I've heard a lot of negative stuff about her character design. Again, not being the most culturally sensitive. But I don't know. Like I said, I really can't speak to it, to be honest with you. So I don't think that's EX Condor Spire Forest. I think that's Condor Wind powered up with wind-clad stocks. Because there definitely was no EX flash on that. So I'm pretty sure that's just the wind-clad stocks here. Now, what's interesting about this, so like, this is interesting here. There's a lot of stuff to process here again as well. But showing here that you can build up multiple stocks, right? So here's one, and as soon as she builds up the stock, she gains wind around her. You see this wind kind of going up. And then she does another stock over here. The wind looks a little different, maybe. But what's interesting about this is that the two charge ups that she does are two different lengths. Spin, done. Spin, spin, done. So who knows how many stocks that she can build up? Perhaps 3? Maybe that's a buildup of 1 and buildup of 2. Do the stocks, number of stocks, change how a move performs? Right? Or it's time-based like Hakan, like, yeah, true, you can hold it or something. But the other question is, does the amount of win stock in there make a difference? Now, when she does this move, what's important to note is that, where did my mouse go? Jesus, there's my mouse. What's important to note here, however, though, is after she does this, she charges up again, and she hits you with this move, pow. Is this move supposed to be using up win stock? Is that what they're showing? That perhaps this move normally doesn't knock down, but at win stock, it does knock down. But the important thing is, she's still winded up. You can clearly see the wind is still here around her waist. She still has more win stock. So if that move doesn't use up win stocks, well, then she just, that's it. But if that was a demo to show that a win-stocked Lily knocks you down with that move, and she dashes and she still has win stock, that's right. That last time she did use that move to hit, and it was a combo, so it didn't knock down. I'm not sure. But yeah, this is really important too. So, well, last time we saw the trailer, you know, this is a win-based character. When has a win-based character not been fast, right? But the fact that they gave her grappler dash, like grappler dash, now all of a sudden I'm like, maybe she's more actually pure grappler than I originally thought. And if she is actually true grappler, suddenly I'm more interested in the character. Remember, I put her on my mad list last time, but now maybe I'm a little more interested in the character. But here we go. Attack combos into her Condor Spire. And, you know, in the trailer, all we saw were her having the wind around her when she does these moves. Oh, that is an EX. She is glowing. I totally missed that. That is an EX. Look at that. And it hits on the way up. Okay, so now I gotta wonder, does EX always combo into the super? Or does it have to be EX with the wind stocked? We have no idea at this point. But clearly, juggles with the super here, gets the full hit. We don't even know what level that super is. That might be a level 2 super, a level 1 super. I have no idea. I have no idea. Overdrive, yeah, fair enough. But, I mean, she clearly looks like... And again, what is this going to be on block? Like, she lands pretty fast if she can super afterwards. She lands pretty fast if she can super afterwards. Does that mean EX Spire on block, she's kind of safe? I don't know. We'll find out, of course, as it goes. But there you go. That super totally reminds, someone mentioned it, but I agree, totally reminds me of Cammy's super from the Alpha games, where she does the upward kicking Shinryuken. Looks kind of similar to that, but that's basically what that is a Shinryuken, right? So there you go. So that's Lily. Now Cammy literally just came out like 2 hours, like almost 3 hours ago right now. So let's take a look at Cammy's, and this one is really interesting. We've already read on the blog last week that she has the ability to charge her specials. Here they show what happens when she actually charges her hooligan. But let's watch this in regular motion. Like, calm down, Cammy. Jesus. Calm down. For Street Fighter 2 idle animation? That's, yeah, I guess that is a little bit more like her Street Fighter 2 idle animation. But what's interesting here, oh, that's right. That special move might have been canceled into the super. That might have been a cancel. You're right. You're right. Because only level 2s can be canceled off of EX. Yes, yes. Yes. We'll talk about that a little bit. Mobage is Kusoge. Mobage is Kusoge. But, I mean, right away they show just the regular hooligan throw here. But again, no indication whether or not this is actually... Where's my mouse cursor? Why does my mouse cursor always disappear? Jesus Christ. Okay, there we go. So here's the regular hooligan throw. Why does that stop working as a pause? Like, I unpause, pause, unpause, pause. Okay. But we don't know if this grabs crouchers or not. I'm guessing probably not. But what's interesting is that hooligan throw does throw forward. It does throw forward here. But as you can see here, when she charges, Jesus Christ, they know what they were doing with this character. You get the orange sparks. You get the orange. She gets the Mario Kart boost over here. So if you look at this, that's right away. Like she just boing, right away. But on the charge one, you can clearly see that she sits there for a while. But like someone else said, because of you're looking at drive impacts, you're worried about drive rushes, dashes, all these different things, you might actually be able to catch that. Because is it that slow? It doesn't feel super slow. And maybe this one can grab crouching people. But the crazy thing is that she throws you up like this. She does EX drill into her level 2. Now, correct. This is the same animation startup as the super from last time. Last time I asked, is this a counter super or is this just a dive kick super? We have confirmation now. It's just a dive kick super. Now, what it looks like here is that if it hits you on the ground, it'll probably go into Street Fighter 2, the anime animation. But if it hits out of the air as a juggle, it just becomes a downward drill that hits a bunch of times and lets you follow up. And if you notice here, Cammy is not just doing a drill to juggle, she's doing the fully charged drill. She's doing the fully charged drill because you can clearly see her pose and holding. So you can see that extra startup on it where, again, Capcom knows what they're doing clearly because they probably have it so that every freaking charge up is a nice pose for us here. But she gets this regular drill. It's a charge drill. She's not even using the EX. It's the regular drill and allows her to combo into her level 1 super, which is this, which now we finally see is the spin drive smasher over here. Yeah, they fly high up after this thing. Like that is a pop-up. They wanted to make sure you get the follow-up on this here. Into the spin drive smasher. So that's the level 2 into the level 1. So there you go. So Cammy now also showing off a way to spend 3 bars in a combo here off of a hooligan throw. I can't wait to see how much damage this does, man. The trailer should have just been her stretching and that's it. Yeah, really. Oh, man. By the way, I just want to say, you know, there was all those people out there that really complained that they felt like they toned down Cammy's ass, okay? I'm just like, I don't know what game you guys are watching. I don't know what game you guys are watching. But, yeah, the spark effects looks like Jin Feathers over here burning, but she does this on all her charge moves. People have pointed that out in the past, right? So actually, that's a good question. Do we see the orange on this drill? Yeah, we do. You see all the orange sparklies on the drill because it's the charge version. So every time you see the orange sparklies, it is definitely that. So there's Cammy right there. So again, thank you to Capcom for some extra footage over there. Oh, I mean, good she looks older. And some people were saying that's probably why I find her so much more attractive in this game than previous games. Again, I'm a fan of Cammy because she's my war buddy. And this is the first time I actually feel like I feel like Cammy is like legit, like, oh gosh, like she's actually like second time. There's like one particular artwork of her like with the Yashichi made for 1943. That was a really good, nice drawing of her, but she also looked older in that picture too. So put glasses on, Cammy. I'm done, Dubudomo. Don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah, talking about Cammy, and then Cat. Hi. Hi, it's Jasmine. Hi, Jasmine. I really do like that they're emphasizing a lot of the speed, but she definitely seems like she has a lot more. Like already in that sequence right there, she has way more interesting combo paths than she's ever had in Street Fighter V. Like Jasmine is going into heat. Heat engage. Oh man. But yeah, that's the 3 trailers that we got right there. So shout out to Capcom for continuing. She's not amused at all. She hates me using her to like try to get views on my stream. Look at my cat, how cute she is. She's always like, why do you do this? Why do you do? Look, she's so mortified. Shout outs to Capcom for giving us more information. You're stuck on me. But yeah. Really excited, and now more excited than ever, because again, they're just making these characters look like they have so many more options. And that's what it seems it's really interesting to me about Street Fighter 6 is they're trying to make sure the characters have a lot of different options, a lot of different things that you can do. So hopefully they do increase the individuality of players. You know, some Zangief's just going to go for level 2 into level 1, you know, just to do that. Cammys, are they going to spend it that way? Are they going to save it for other ways? And it's really, really exciting to me for that. And I'm really happy about that. I really hope for that kind of individuality. So we'll see how it goes. Street Fighter 6 again, June 2nd. Can't come fast enough. Less than 90 days though. Still seems strangely fast. Like only 90 days left until this game comes out. So you know, I'll definitely be checking that out. But again, thank you guys for watching. Again, as you can see here, I've got some more topics to talk about. So if you're watching this on YouTube, check out my, actually the Arc Revo World Tour video is probably already up. So you might want to check that out and see what to expect from Arc Revo World Tour this coming weekend, if it hasn't already been completed. But otherwise, thank you for watching and going through another analysis with me, even though these were very short. But again, you know, the day that this podcast graced your ears was the most important day of your life. But for me,
it was Tuesday.